Psych!
Side-eye guy, he's the one you can't deny. Bringing truth to all those fake channels of mine.
Whew, I don't know how you breathe in that thing, Seg. Anyways, I'm making this video to not only show my support for Seg, but my support for debunkers and their right to post this kind of content on the platform. What Bad to the Bone Paranormal and Frankie are doing, in my opinion, isn't right, and we need to take a stance here. I think since I'm a smaller channel, there's a good chance that my video might slip through the cracks here, so I'm going to post Seg's most recent video with his permission, obviously. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it will just stay up and we won't have any problems, but it may get taken down, obviously, and I expect that, but it's the least I can do. So if you can, guys, I would really appreciate it if you went to the TheSideEyeGuy's videos and watched those, and then went on over to Twitter and left some tweets for TeamYoutube. TheSideEyeGuy has a lot of info on what you can do to help, so please go check out his channel, go show your support. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I know Seg appreciates it, and enjoy the video.
So quick disclaimer before I start the video here, the main bulk of the video here, I actually have already uploaded this before. The whole video that you're about to watch right now, I have already uploaded to YouTube, and it was taken down due to a copyright violation. Complete and utter nonsense. I've explained all of that in this live stream right here, but to be perfectly honest, I'm actually tired of waiting for YouTube to get back to me on if my appeal was successful or not for, reinstating my video. I just thought to myself, I'm going to remove the bit of content that may well be the violation, even though it really bloody shouldn't be, because Stevie from the Truth or Demons podcast has actually already got this content on her channel, and without any bloody issues.
What is the deal?
So if you do want a little bit of extra context of what I am talking about here, please go check this video out on Stevie's channel, the Truth or Demons podcast, and please just subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. She really is. She's great. But for those of you who already watched this video, I am going to urge you to watch it again, because there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff between Angelina and Frankie that, I've added into this video right here. New additional content to the whole entire thing. Also, there's a brand new dirty tactic from the Pee-wee Pitbull right now, where he's going around striking anyone who says anything negative about him.
What a bitch!
So who knows, maybe this video right here will also be copyright struck. I don't know. So anyway, guys, if you have watched the video, please give it a watch again, but also at the end of this whole entire thing, I'm going to add in a couple of extra little things that have been said between Frankie and Angelina, so you can read for yourself exactly what their attitude has been like since being outed for doxing, blackmail, and other nefarious illegal activity. Anyway, enjoy.
Hey Segways, I am here right now in the UK filming this little video at my dad's house. And yeah, my dad doesn't exactly have the best taste of curtains. God damn, they're ugly. Oh, I've got a drama for you today, guys, and this is a video that I never thought I would ever really have to make. Probably naively on my part. I always hoped that nobody would ever stoop as low as the characters we're about to talk about today. So it's a little bit of a struggle to know where to start with this whole bullshit saga. A year ago now, I made a video about a whole bunch of tossers, and one of those tossers was Rob from the paranormal company Get Haunted. They run ghost hunting investigations at different locations across America. In my video, I showed a pretty nasty side of Rob's past, and how he has been a general piece of shit to a whole bunch of different people. But this video today isn't really about Rob, but instead a couple of his little troll type minions that he's got to do his dirty work for him. I've got to state, I don't know that for a fact, but it very much seems that way, and you're going to see what I mean later in this video. He seems to particularly enjoy this fragrance of intimidation. After I made my video, I had an overwhelming overwhelming number of people coming forward to me in my DMs telling me what a horrible human being Rob is and how he has mistreated them. So it came to no real surprise to me that Rob would be trying to do exactly the same thing to me that he seems to have done to many, many other people. I don't particularly care if he wants to argue against my points I made in my video and defend himself however he really sees fit, but Rob, time and time again, just shows that he really is a nasty bloke, and he seems to surround himself with very, very nasty people. So as you already know from reading the title and seeing the thumbnail of this video, yes, I've been doxxed. And yeah, this seems to be from Rob's camp, and this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. They dox a lot of people. There's quite the number of people who have been doxed by these complete and utter unsavory arseholes. So today we're going to be watching two particular arseholes who are very much Team Rob talk shit about me and a whole bunch of other people on a live stream. This is Angelina on her channel, Bad to the Bone Paranormal, and she brings on this total twat who goes by Frankie Cambaletta or something like that. Who really cares? And straight off the bat here, Frankie wants everyone to know that he's a big, bad, scary man.
You know, I'm the pit bull. That's what they call me.
Don't cry.
And they go, oh, can you go after these people? And can you? I'm like, it's not that I don't want to do it, but I keep saying, man, like we tried to do that, and me and Rob are really close. Me and Rob are like buds now. Like, me and Rob talk almost every day.
So Frankie has openly stated that he has a very strong friendship with Rob. This seems to be something that has kind of come about more recently because Frankie seemed to have an issue with Rob at one point, and for some reason has done a complete 180. Angelina is exactly the same. She actually went after Rob at the very beginning of, you know, her coming in contact with Rob, and then did a 180. Now, it could be because Rob is such an awesome guy that they were like, hey, he couldn't possibly do any of the horrible things that so many people has accused him of. Or maybe there's something else to this. Maybe there's certain benefits to being friendly with Rob. I couldn't possibly imagine what they could be.
Still like the side-eye guy until he lied about Michael Castro.
He lied about Michael Castro. He exploited Rob.
Right, putting him on there with a pedophile.
Yeah, that's
I
fucked
did
up.
a video. It didn't matter what my evidence showed.
It's bad enough that I'm giving my eyes and ears dysentery by watching and listening to these two on a live stream. I'm not going into Angelina's video either, but the evidence Angelina shows are back and forth between Rob and Kristen, where the messages Rob sent Kristen have actually been blacked out. They've been redacted, so we don't have the full context of that back and forth. That's such a dumb thing for anyone who boasts about putting out receipts. And about this whole Michael Castro thing, I've already made my position on this very, very clear. I said it in the video. Any mistakes I made in that, I already put that in writing in a post I made God knows how many months ago now. I've really got nothing else more to say about it. My positions haven't changed at all about the bloke. All I would urge you to do, guys, is to go back into that second video I made on the follow-up of all this where I bring up Michael Castro and really just go do your own research, and then we'll see whatever conclusion you draw from the whole thing. For some reason, I have no idea why, Angelina absolutely thinks Michael Castro is completely innocent. And I have no idea why she would support the guy. Yep, none whatsoever.
But the thing for me is, like, he needs to remove that picture of that guy next to Rob.
Oh, he does. And I
Rob
feel
doesn't
like
bother
his
Rob's
report that.
Like, it's fucked up, man. It's like YouTube needs to put their foot down on some shit, man. Because, like, you say the wrong thing on YouTube and you get restricted, but they'll allow lies to just be broadcasted. Like, what? Find a common denominator there.
So it seems like the big issue these Rob cheerleaders have with me is that I have a video where the thumbnail of Rob, he's alongside a known sex predator, a PDF file. At no point in my video did I ever accuse or even so much as slightly insinuate that Rob was a PDF file. But yeah, I agree, it's not very nice to be alongside a sex predator. At the end of the day, that video, Rob is a big part of the video, as is Joe, as was, what's his name, Tony Sfera. They're all on the thumbnail together. That's why they're on the thumbnail together, because the video is about those three people. But I'm going to be coming back to this whole thumbnail issue a little bit later in my ranty video right here.
And side-eye guy should take that shit down. But you know what? All he probably cared about was the tits and ass that were inboxing him. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Oh, That's all he cared about, tits and ass, tits and ass.
Isn't it amazing how Angelina always makes out that she sticks up for women, that she champions and supports women? You know, like the strong feminist she claims to be? That is, of course, unless the women happen to be attractive. Then, of course, Angelina can't imagine why anyone would ever side with these women other than for their tits or asses. Couldn't possibly be that these women are in the right, that they actually have made much better arguments than you. No, of course, it couldn't be any of that. It must just be their tits and asses. Seriously, it's such a dumb way to out yourself for being just a sexist person, Angelina.
So I think that when you have something like The Conjuring House where it's a big to do, is it Jason just trying to be relevant again? Right? And you have to ask that question from a media standpoint, because people get what this thing is called. It's called camera hungry. Right? When you're a showrunner like myself, or you're a producer like what I do,
nobody knows who you are, my guy. Nobody knows, and nobody particularly cares. This video here today isn't about what Angelina or Frankie or anyone else has really said about Jason Hawes. As revolting as what Angelina said about Jason and his family, I'm not here today to really discuss it, because honestly, I don't want to bring any more attention to these horrible things, these completely unnecessary things that have no business being brought up on YouTube at all. It's got nothing to do with the paranormal. It's got nothing to do with the Conjuring House. It's got nothing to do with anything other than just outright trying to hurt someone, to like try and hurt their children in order to get to them. It's one of the lowest, most pathetic, dirtiest moves I think I've ever seen on YouTube. Beardo covered the whole thing in one of his videos about what Angelina said here. If you want to kind of know more about it, go there. I don't want to talk too much more about it. But what I do want to point out is that Angelina made a post saying the reason why she took the post about, you know, the low blow post about Jason down is because her fans called her out for it. It looks like she's been hemorrhaging subscribers ever since, that she is trying to make out is because YouTube are culling subscribers. No, Angelina. The reason why you're hemorrhaging subscribers, you know, it's not a coincidence that you're hemorrhaging subscribers now after your real nasty toxicity has been in full view and been outed by Jason, by Beardo, and now by me. That's why you're losing subscribers, not because YouTube are altering accounts and things like that. It's because you're a piece of shit and people see it and they don't like it. They don't want to watch a piece of shit. Because why would they? Of all the things to watch on YouTube, why would anyone waste any more time watching you? It's horrible what you're doing. But anyway, that's the real reason why Angelina took the post down, because she didn't get the support from her own subscribers, her own people. That's why she took it down. Not because she's a good person, not because she regrets it, because in another post, she's actually defending why she put why she said that stuff about Jason and his child in the first place. Like, God damn, this person's horrible. Like, fuck.
I don't really like being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera. I'm a cinematographer by trade, but I carry that well when I'm on camera. I'm funny.
Anyone who has to say outright that they are funny ain't fucking funny. Just like anyone who feels the need to call themselves the Pitbull. You ain't tough, man. It's just cringe as fuck. God damn. I'm the Pitbull. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, someone do me a favor, right? Anyone who knows Frankie, like, you know, anyone who knows the guy, has anyone ever called him the Pitbull other than Frankie in his own bloody mind? In his own mind, yeah, he's a Pitbull. Can anyone say that? Anyone who knows him go, oh yeah, on the street, we all call him Frankie the Pitbull. Fuck off, man. Like, how fucking cringe is that? You keep calling yourself a Pitbull.
Okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, SideEyeGuy can't keep his wife in the same room with him, right? He has to
I
get
think they're
divorced.
divorced.
Yeah.
I think one night he was doing the live and so
You weren't thinking, buddy. We got your name now, bud.
I don't know why I just said that. We got your name. That might be a Christmas present.
It will be a beautiful Christmas present.
Everyone, yeah.
So putting aside these cheap, pathetic attacks about my divorce,
I'm not successful enough to go after on YouTube. I'm just not. I'm not. I work third-party contract. I have a very beautiful, blessed life, but at the same time, there's really nothing there. Been divorced a bunch of times. Been divorced a bunch of times. Been divorced a bunch of times. Been divorced a bunch of times.
What an idiot!
This is where Angelina and Frankie do, in fact, say my real name. And of course, they laugh about it because they're just horrible, aren't they? Before I properly respond to this whole thing right now, there is just one thing I need to bring up to, add a little extra context of this whole live stream in general. Angelina almost immediately after finishing this live stream made it members only, so very, very few people could see it, and now the live stream has been removed from her channel. It's no longer on there. So I think it's probably likely that on some level, Angelina realized, I don't think Frankie realized this because I actually think he's even worse than Angelina, but Angelina on some level realized that she went too far here, that this fucked up. And we can see where Angelina might have had some doubts about this. Frankie has doubled down completely on this Facebook post right here. This many may consider to be harassment. I know he doesn't say my name, but it doesn't really take the biggest leap in the world to know that he's more than likely talking about me. I think Frankie got drama and justice confused with criminal, but again, we're going to get into that all a little bit later soon enough in this video.
And that to me is what makes Side-Eye a piece of shit.
100%.
Right at the camera.
There's nothing.
There'll probably be a video about us tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Me either.
They're just such lovely, charming, delightful people, aren't they?
But I can talk about those guys for miles because, like, here are people that have nothing else to do with their life, so they think that picking on people that are bringing joy to people's lives. When you see the followers that Twin has, when you see the followers that Colin has, when you see the followers that Sam and Colby have, people get joy out of that. And you don't know who's in that mix. You don't know if it's the kid that, if you listen to Sam and Colby's story about how they were fucking geeks in high school and everybody picked on them and they were bullied, to see what they became, there's a kid out there that's struggling with suicide that watches Sam and Colby and loves that story and wants to be the next Sam and Colby. So you're not only affecting the people, you're not affecting the property, you're affecting the people that love those people and are probably still around here because of those people. You don't know how people are affected by things or people.
Of course, Frankie is a faker apologist who didn't see that one coming. But for Angelina, of all people, to sit there nodding and agreeing like, yeah, Frankie, that's right, Frankie, to all of this nonsense is absolutely ridiculous and really does show that she's always been a plastic debunker. Not that I or anyone else really ever considered her a debunker anyway. I've always kind of didn't want her anywhere near the community. I always thought she was a bit too toxic. But this really is a terrible argument from the pit bull here. This whole content creators mean so much to their fans, therefore no one should ever criticize them or debunk them makes no sense on so many levels. So really, by the same logic, Frankie shouldn't be having to go at me because people have openly said to me that I have helped them through a hard time, that I've really helped their mental state with my videos. Now, I'm absolutely fine with Frankie criticizing me. I genuinely couldn't care less. Anyone can criticize me just because people like my content and people have said that, oh, your content has really helped me, doesn't mean other people can't criticize me. Obviously, doxing, and later we're going to get into other nefarious things that Frankie and Angelina have done. But, the mere fact of debunking or criticizing someone, it doesn't matter what they've done for other people. Anyone is still free to do that to anyone, and it's just such a stupid, weak, dumb argument from a clearly dumb person who thinks they're clever.
Go ahead, make us famous, dude. Go ahead.
I just need to add in here, guys, that any fully grown man asking another fully grown man to make him relevant, to give him attention like this, is so unbelievably sad and desperate. I'm well aware that I make videos about bigger YouTubers than me, but if anyone at any point ever hears me say, hey, Sam and Colby, make me famous, or Twin Paranormal, make a video on me, just seriously put me out of my fucking misery.
I am not afraid of SideEyeGuy. He's a pussy, and we know this. He hides his face.
These two are so stupid that they don't even realize that they are the exact reason why I choose to be anonymous. Nasty, cruel, insecure, mean, vicious, petty people like this. For a little extra context, the human pitbull Frankie here did in fact reach out to me a couple of months ago in a pretty friendly way. He came recommended to me by Kristen and Stevie of the Truth or Demons podcast, both of which I put trust in. So Frankie was cool having a nice and pleasant conversation with me. He wanted to help me debunk some things of Steve's House of the Dead. Then all of a sudden, and I don't really know the full details, but him and Stevie and some of those other people had a falling out. Frankie decided to jump ship over to the Rob camp. Like I said, who knows why that is. And then several months later, this live stream appears where Frankie is just going absolutely nuts at me. I have never said anything bad about Frankie at all. Never. this whole thing is like, I forgot who the guy was because we didn't message for that long, and now he's coming at me really strong, and then the only kind of history I've had with the guy was actually pleasant. So I want to make this very, very clear. I've never said a bad word against Frankie. The way he is coming at me here is purely for his love of Rob. At the time I made the video about Rob, Frankie didn't know the guy, and now Frankie has actually blocked me. He didn't ever talk to me privately about any of the issues he has here. He just went nuts. He made the effort to dox me and then just went nuts at me in this live stream right here without ever having the guts to come and talk to me directly. So my question here is, who is the real coward? A guy who decides to wear a mask because of fuckheads like this, or the guy that is attacking someone who was very nice and cordial to him and didn't have the balls to actually talk to me directly, instead blocked me? But now, blocking someone and then doing something like this is the most bitch fucking move, mate. You know, you could be a pit bull all you like, but the way you have conducted yourself here just screams out and out bitch to me. It's total fucking bitch behavior.
I don't know. Stephanie says, if they're scamming or faking, why not make a video? It's good to make a video to call them out, but in the way that they do it, with the body shaming and calling names, and I don't call names. I might say that was stupid, or he's stupid, or he's an idiot, but I'm not like, she's a whore, she's this. SideEyeGuy says, I'm not a debunker. I'm a comedian. I roast people. Bro, people who know they're getting roasted are prepared for it. These people don't know that you're about to say, oh, you know, he likes 5-year-old boys like Michael Jackson.
I have no idea what Angelina means by all this. My guess is that's the kind of joke that she would make, because she clearly can't think of anything I have actually said. But for Angelina, of all people, to get on her high horse over jokes that I make, when she is doxing people and saying the fucked up shit she has said about Jason and his family, as well as violent threats towards Beardo if he ever comes to America, is just unbelievable. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, shit like that, or just the shit he says. It's the way you come about it and the way you say things. Like, he's just disgusting. I used to like him too. I used to share all their shit, and I'm just like, I can't believe once their numbers got up there, they changed. It wasn't about the paranormal field no more. And it's like, y'all said you were going to do interviews with smaller teams and get them noticed. I haven't fucking seen that shit happen. I haven't seen that happen. Lies, just lies.
Beardo and I work with smaller channels all the time. During my time here in the UK, I have been working with channels smaller than mine. What are you talking about? Do you have any idea what you're even talking about?
You know, respect women. Respect them. You respect your wife, respect every fucking woman.
Except attractive women, of course, because all they could possibly offer is tits and ass. Isn't that right, Angelina?
And you have to do that if you're making money on social media. I think people should do that. You make money, it's because they have sent you money. So give something back. What the fuck does Beardo and SideEyeGuy and a couple other people fucking give back?
Beardo did a 24-hour charity live stream where he raised a whole bunch of money for people with mental health issues. Recently, I did charity auction live streams where I auctioned one of my masks for cancer research, as well as helping for street dogs over in Thailand, and it was more of a worldwide kind of thing. Awesome charity. We raised a whole bunch of money. I think it was like just under $6,000 or just over $6,000.
The SideEyeGuy, from all the segues, the SideEyeGuy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna check that out now after I finish this video. Huge amount of money for us. I can't believe you would donate that amount of money, and we can do a little bit of the work here, myself and the team on the ground, but without people like you supporting us, all the medicines, the food we make for 1,300 dogs a day, the medical care, the vet bills, the salaries, the equipment, everything that helps the dogs comes from donations and people like yourself. So I can't thank you enough. I'm here at Happy Doggo Land today, and I just wanted to say massive thank you to the SideEyeGuy and the Segways.
Not to mention that I also did a live stream trying to help and raise money for Ian from Midwest Ghost Hunters GoFundMe, because that poor bastard has cancer. So for Angelina to have the gall to have a go at me and Beardo for this, like, she has absolutely no idea what she's talking about. She's done no research here whatsoever. She is completely talking out of her ass. Like, it doesn't take, 5 minutes to look into the videos or the live streams that are already on my channel and Beardo's channel, or literally just make the effort to ask people if we've done this. Instead, she just comes out and just says all this slanderous bollocks and just doesn't have a clue what she's talking about and making an absolute twat of herself. So the real question I've got here is, what has Angelina or Frankie done for charity? I mean, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, they haven't done anything. They might have done something, but I don't know what it is.
This idea that because he's in the UK, he's not in Australia anymore. He had to move back. I think he's in Wales. We know, yeah. Gonna have to take the mask off eventually, because we already have pictures of him without the mask when he was in Missouri in February.
God, these two are so bloody stupid. No, I still live in Australia. I've never lived in Wales, and I've never even been to Missouri. But Frankie's little slip up here where he said February may well have given me a pretty big clue on how he's obtained some of his doxing information. And I got a pretty good idea how he has illegally obtained it.
I do just feel like I really need to add in here that, make no mistake here, guys, Frankie is outright saying here that he will show my face, he will dox how I look, because he claims that he has footage of me at a private business that has been leaked to him. This is nothing short of out and out blackmail.
Yeah. He didn't think about when it comes to America that some of us paranormal investigators are really close with location owners.
That's right. They don't even realize they have cameras everywhere, big guy.
Right.
Sorry about that.
There is nothing more fucking cringe than two idiots thinking they're clever and laughing and boasting in their own stupidity. It's genuinely painful to watch people being this smug.
Yeah, and that's fine. And it's fine. You don't want to take things down. That's right. What we'll do is we'll make a little video for you, and then you can do one of two things. You can keep Rob's video up. Just remove his face from a fucking pedophile's face.
Yeah.
He doesn't belong in that same category. You don't like what he did?
I guess he's being warned right now. Take Rob's fucking face off that, or
I would. If I was you,
who the fuck you are.
And you want to keep, if I was you and you want to keep your privacy, I would. I would really not do that anymore. I would just keep your episode up, whatever. But don't paint people in that light, because we have kids. Don't paint Mike in that light, because in this country, don't like the brew K, we have you fucking eat your blood sausages.
That'll be some of that amazing funny humour that Frankie was making out he possesses just earlier. So here we have it, guys. Angelina and Frankie have not only doxed me, but they are also now trying to blackmail me. They are saying that if I do not change the thumbnail, the one with the video with Rob in it, that they are going to release more personal information about me. Well, here we go, guys. Here is my big response. Go fuck yourself, you pathetic pair of bullies. What do you think I'm gonna do here? Cower? Oh, please don't dox me. You think you got any power or leverage over me whatsoever? I would happily take my mask off, give my real name, show my fucking ID before I would ever give in to you complete fucking wankers. You've got absolutely nothing on me. Nothing. But instead, what you've done here is completely expose the kind of horrible, nasty, vindictive, toxic, just fucking awful people that you are. It's here in this video for everyone to see, and it will always be here. Anything you've ever got to have to do in the future, this video will be there for them to see. Everyone will see the kind of people that you are, the sort of activities you will do in order to try and effectively intimidate and bully other people. But there is one very interesting thing we've also got from all of this, and that is, I'm gonna have to tell the police about this, aren't I? Because you guys have engaged in multiple crimes. And like the absolute dumbasses that you are, you're openly gloating about it on a live stream. Maybe this is the reason why Angelina didn't want anyone to see this live stream. Doxing is illegal. Blackmail is illegal. And the way they have obtained my information, which we're going to get in a little bit later, was also illegal.
They have no idea what's coming. They have no idea what's coming.
I don't know about you guys, but given the context of what these two really horrible bloody people have been saying all throughout this toxic live stream, when Frankie is saying you don't know what's coming, I personally am thinking this could well be a threat. I wonder if law enforcement will agree or not.
Because if they want to get control, you're fucking with the pitbull.
Don't cry.
Beardo goes on that fucking Fear the Living podcast. The only people they should be fearing are the people that run that. They're just awful. They're just awful people. Fucking data analysts from Orlando. You don't think we know who you are? Like, you're a data analyst and you're out of a job.
This is just what they do, guys. They just dox people over and over and over again, like I said earlier on in this video. They play dirty because they know in the past when they play dirty with others, it eventually shuts them up. But it ain't gonna work on me. And I just quickly want to add in here that Beardo recently got his channel hacked. Thankfully, it's already up and running. That's awesome, of course. But Beardo went on Joe Vitale's live stream when his channel was first got hacked into, and he wanted to explain to people what was going on. And Frankie, being the lovely, awesome, amazing human being that he is, took this as an opportunity to go into that live stream and just give Beardo shit, to really kick the man when he was down. Real alpha move behavior there, mate. So that's what everyone thinks of when they think of a pit bull type guy. More like a fucking ferret. And really, I just want to put a little extra context into this, because when the Ouija Brothers channel was hacked, I showed support. I made a post about the whole thing showing my support. And around that time, there was some real contentious issues between me and the Ouija Brothers. I was able to put that to one side, because why would I ever want to kick someone when they're down like that? Why would I ever do that? It's such a fucking pathetic, beta, nasty, pathetic move. And almost most other people, even the fakers that I have a go at, wouldn't dare engage in something like that. That is something in particular. You have to be a particularly nasty fucking person to do that. You got to be like really fucking miserable in your own life to think that that's appropriate.
And going undercover and doing the thing I do as a journalist, yeah, that's what I did. I went undercover, gained their trust, got into the group, took all the pictures, took all the videos, watch SideEyeGuy go after women, watch Beardo do the same fucking thing.
I was not in this group and Beardo was not in this group, so anything Frankie tries to make out that he obtained information from us from this group is complete bollocks. One of Pee-wee Pitbull's many, many lies to try and make himself sound more important than he is.
Journalist. The delusion is ripe with this one. I also find it funny how we keep saying I go after women and doesn't bring up one example of this, just one example of me doing that.
And a bunch of people have been like a big help, like locations that we've called where they've been. They've given us their names, everything, where they live, everything. They're like, absolutely, bro. We would never want that to happen to you. Yeah. So like, there's a paper trail, you know, with SEG. But if you piss the wrong person off, we can find your information pretty quick. And it's like, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. YouTube won't do shit. They have an actual act. They can't take anything down, even if it fucking went to court. I told this to Rob. You can't. Australia can't do shit. UK. I mean, look at our country; it's falling apart. So it's
I'm so fucking pissed about that. I'm going to get justice for Rob. Either he's gonna take that fucking picture of Rob off that thumbnail, or people are gonna know more than just his real fucking name. Because just like you, I've been researching.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to find. It's just there's a huge paper trail, the credit card. I mean, everything, all the transactions. We have all of it. It's just like, you know, we're just waiting.
So there it is, everyone. That's how we got my information. Credit card transactions. Transactions that I must have made while I went to other haunted locations. I paid to go to those places. You know, that was a business transaction. One or more, who knows, of these locations have given my information to Frankie and maybe Angelina. So, of course, this is incredibly illegal. And I have a pretty good idea who gave my information to Frankie. And when I find them out, I think MasterCard and Visa are going to be very, very interested to hear that they're people who are using their services to book with their business, their data isn't being kept safe at all. Frankie seemingly has really fucked up here because he has given way too much information for me to figure out what's happened here because he's fucking stupid. If Frankie actually kept his cards close to his chest, I'd be none the wiser. I'd have no idea. You couldn't make this up. It's so dumb. Like, he actually had the upper hand and then just fucking his own ego and his own sense of just wanting to look like a really clever badass has just exposed how stupid he is. And of course, this is going to be very interesting to show the police as well, Frankie.
The thing is, like, you know, I'm a fucking pit bull.
Don't cry.
Frankie, calling yourself a pit bull over and over and over again doesn't magically somehow convince us all that you're a tough guy. Mr. Secret Service. Yeah, by the way, guys, Frankie tried to make out he was part of the Secret Service. Turned out to be a complete and utter lie. The guy is just so riddled with insecurities. It's just so fucking sad, actually. It's pathetic. There's no other way to put this whole thing. It's pathetic.
People are thinking like Beardo and SideEyeGuy are making all this money. Go to socialblade.com and see how much money they're making. Because I have less followers than them. I have a lot of videos that have great views. I've made more money than them at certain times with way less followers. I have like, what, 3,400, almost 3,500 followers.
Okay, you make more money than me. According to you, of course. Well done. Again, do you realize how incredibly insecure and childish you sound by making the effort to say that?
Doxing is illegal. It's a federal crime. It's a fucking federal crime.
It is.
Doxing is illegal. It's a federal crime. It's a fucking federal crime.
Fucking idiot.
This is the thing here. Frankie and Angelina do seem to be like almost borderline schizophrenic with all of this. Like some kind of like level of bipolarism when it comes to the topic of doxing. Frankie will make posts on Facebook like this saying that he's strongly opposing anyone doxing, that is a horrible thing to do. And then we'll make a post, which I showed earlier, like this. And Angelina puts in writing that she's never doxed anyone. Well, we just saw very much to the contrary right there in your very own live stream on your fucking channel. These two are clearly just out and out jokes. Like anyone who treats them seriously more fool you. They're just like shit on the bottom of my shoe at this point. Frankie was recently celebrating that he's got some volunteer type director job at Imas Asylum. I think it's pronounced that way anyway. And I have no idea if this asylum is aware of the kind of person Frankie is. But I think they need to watch this video, and I think they very much need to be aware that if he's anywhere near credit cards information or any kind of private information that is going to do harm to the asylum's business, then you can't have this guy around. Simple as that. And I'm honestly not saying this as cancel the guy and all the rest of it. I'm saying this for anyone in the future that wants to book anywhere that Frankie is now or in the future going to be associated with. You cannot trust him having that information, having access to that information. And let's not forget, you couldn't just kind of turn around to me and say, oh, but SideEyeGuy pissed this guy off. No, I didn't. I pissed off his mate. That wasn't his mate at the time. So really, at any point going forward, you say something about anybody in the paranormal or not, and Frankie becomes friends with that person, he could do the exact same thing to you. He's clearly unstable enough to do stupid shit. Like, if he's done it once, he'll do it again. So whether it be a mass asylum or anywhere else that he currently works for or is going to work for, this is something you need to keep in mind. Like anyone going to any of these locations, I would strongly urge you to think twice, unless you want Frankie to do exactly the same thing to me as he's going to do to potentially to you.
I'm going to leave these comments up right here, but I'm not going to read them out loud. Frankie is just being an absolute vile human being yet again, but he has actually done this accidentally, I believe, under the Amass Asylum Facebook page, because shortly after they went up, he deleted them pretty quickly.
So stupid.
And from what I understand, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I've got it under good authority that Frankie is still involved in Amass Asylum. And if Amass Asylum are going to keep this guy on after everything he's done, and he's even writing horrible shit like this under their Facebook account, I don't know guys, I'm not really one to say boycott a venue, but what I will say is that if you value your privacy, and if these guys are happy to keep Frankie around knowing full well what he is capable of and what he has already done, just be warned about it. That's all I'm going to say.
I am never going to cower to bullies. Ever. Never gonna happen.
So now that we're at the end of the video and we have the extra added benefit that this video already had a few days on YouTube before it was unfairly taken off due to privacy complaints, for YouTube to take this video down due to a privacy violation considering I was doxed and blackmailed is just unbelievable. Seriously, shame on YouTube. But anyway, first up, let's read what Angelina had to say for herself.
You all need to pay attention and open your ears.
There shouldn't be a full stop here, by the way.
And stop showing half-truths, but thank you for keeping my name relevant irrelevant. All you're doing is bringing my views up.
To which I had to say that, yeah, she lost more subs because, yeah, she did lose more subs. But I think it's really funny that Angelina said this because very shortly after making this comment, she actually took her whole channel down. She took it off YouTube completely. She has now brought her channel back and put all of her videos back on her channel, but of course, not this live stream. She very recently also made this post right here, which I gotta admit, I do find pretty interesting because to me, I read this as a lawyer telling her to remove her comments on her videos. Pretty smart move, I gotta say, because any lawyer worth their salt would know full well how badly Angelina is fucked up. I also gotta put my hands up here and make a correction. I think I did actually say that Angelina lost 500 subscribers. I got that completely wrong. It was more like, I don't know, 60, 70, something like that. I still would consider that a lot of subscribers lost, but definitely not as many as 500. I've just got to add in here that I find it really funny when liars get caught out like this. Angelina has maintained that she's never doxed anyone, whilst I show right here that she clearly doxed me. I show multiple times that she has not done her research in regarding me and Beardo. It's all over the internet that Angelina is protecting an absolute monster of a person being robbed. She befriends pieces of shit like Frankie. She engages in outright disgusting illegal activities like doxing and blackmail. And the only correction she's actually made the effort to make here is that I said she lost more subs than she actually did. Of all the things that have been proven about Angelina, this is the thing that she wants to make sure is corrected. I mean, all you can do is laugh really, isn't it? Angelina also came into the live chat of this live stream I made a few days back as well. For some weird reason, she couldn't fathom on why she is in the thumbnail here. And of course, I had to explain it's because she fucking doxed me. I mean, Jesus Christ, the video that she made where she doxed me was taken down. So yeah, oh, so dumb, so dumb. Anyway, she also made out that she's been in hospital lately, which I gotta admit, I just don't believe. I just don't believe it. I think Angelina's very good at playing victim when she knows she's backed into a corner. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm rushed into hospital, the very last thing that will be on my mind is deleting my bloody social media footprint. If I was to say one nice thing about Angelina, and believe me, it is a little bit of a struggle, that at least she's not engaging in the absolute desperate, transparently cowardly tactics that Frankie is doing. From what I can understand, she is not going to strike a video just because her bloody logo is in the video. It's so frustrating when YouTube side with these arseholes like Frankie who outright use their broken copyright system to silence people. Anyone else with an ounce of pride would just take their licks like a man, or maybe actually acknowledge they did wrong and apologize. But not this coward. And speaking of the Pee-wee Pitbull, let's go and see what he has said since my video was uploaded. You know, the one that got taken down. Because he has been very, very vocal, and like the absolute moron he is, doxed me yet again in the comment section of my video. What I'm about to read out is from his Facebook page, but he said pretty much the same thing in the comment section, so he's now actually doxed me on 2 separate platforms.
You fucking moron! You're a fuckhead! That's what you are! A fucking shithead!
Just because Frankie deletes these comments, and he has deleted all of them because, you know, he's a bit of a pussy like that, I have them right here for everyone to read.
My response to the coward Seg, my friend.
That's where he doxes me, of course.
I don't wear a mask and I don't hide. My information is public because I stand by what I say.
Except when the fella actually deletes everything he says, or he just makes up outright lies. And of course gives false copyright claims to other creators who are criticizing him. Frankie has no right to call anyone a coward ever again.
What I won't do is bow to performance politics, perform outrage for attention, and confuse loudness with courage.
Honest to God, guys, the ridiculousness of Frankie to accuse me of this after everything we just watched in this video is fucking ridiculous. His lack of self-awareness is actually just unbelievable.
Watching you call the entire paranormal community bullies is rich, considering your entire platform seems to be built on antagonism, ridicule, and self-importance. Accusing others of bullying while behaving like a professional provocateur is an irony, it's a failure of self-awareness.
When did I ever say the entire paranormal community are bullies? You idiot. I said you and Angelina are fucking bullies. And for you to kind of accuse me of being a bully, since what I do are jokes, I don't break the law, I've never doxed anyone, I've never blackmailed anyone, and I've never obtained anyone's information illegally. Absolute bloody imbecile.
The real issue here isn't strength or fear, it's intellect.
Jesus Christ, the lack of intellect here from the moron writing it.
Reducing complex communities to insults and thinking that makes you bold only reveals how shallow your thinking really is. Confidence without insight isn't bravery, it's noise.
Doxing someone, then blocking them, running away, deleting all your posts when you're trying to make out you're the big brave one. If you for 1 second think that you've acted in any level of bravery, my God, you're delusional.
If this is the level of thought you bring to the table, it explains why your arguments collapse the moment they're examined.
Tell me at one point where my arguments have actually collapsed, you idiot. Saying these words and not actually countering anything I have said shows how stupid you are. Because you are stupid. Like, make no doubt, Frankie, everyone can see it. You're an idiot. And then to end it all, we go with
Pitbull out.
I think Frankie thinks that if he tries to own the Pitbull thing here, that we're not all going to laugh at him. Like, you're a joke, mate. You're a joke. Trying to get in on the joke doesn't make you any less of a joke. So anyway, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different yapping from the Pee-wee Pitbull, and I really can't be bothered going on about all of them. The last one I want to show you, good people, is this one right here, where Frankie is trying to make out that the whole thing was a bluff. And he has the audacity to make out I'm the coward. After all of his yapping and yelping, he's now going to try and fall back on, it was only a bluff, it was only a joke.
Pathetic.
How fucking embarrassing must it be to be Frankie right now? Let me explain something to you, you absolute dickhead. Saying that this is a bluff isn't going to get you out of any kind of legal trouble. And we all saw the video. It wasn't a bluff. You were trying to blackmail me and it has backfired and you don't know what to do about it. Anyway, that's about as much as I can be bothered to talk about these absolute fuckheads. If I was called out like this, I don't think I could ever go on YouTube ever again. I'd just be too fucking embarrassed. So anyway, if you enjoyed this load of old bollocks drama, please give the video a like and subscribe to the Side Eye Guy channel. Ta very much. Cheerio!